Hi everyone, I hope everyone is fine. So, we are doing this fall makeup look today. So, let's start with the eyebrows. I'm using the same pencil from the elf. I got to learn one new thing from social media and I thought I will share with you guys. I personally experienced the same thing with me as well. The foundation on my nose doesn't stays or it will become cakey. So what I do is I take a eyeshadow primer or any primer that has a beautiful slip. I apply on that corners or on that area where the foundation doesn't stays and wait for at least 5 minutes, or else you can do your other makeup in the meanwhile. For concealing my dark circles, I use the concealer in shade Peach from K by Katrina. And for the eye makeup, I'm just concealing my eyelid with the regular my shade of concealer and using this eyeshadow palette from Seattle, London. I'm using these three shades of eyeshadows today for the look. So we are creating a pumpkin spice makeup, right? So we are looking for oranges, warm shades of eyeshadows. Firstly, I took the medium shade of orange and buffing all over my lid so that it will give you a really nice wash of color. Now I'm taking the darkest shade of orange and applying on the outer corner of my eyelids to give a depth to my eyes. I always use small brush for packing the out eyeshadow so that it doesn't get messy. For blending, I'm using this fluffier brush and just moving in circles around the edges so that there's no harsh lines. For the shimmer, I'm also using the same fluffy and dense brush so that it will give you the maximum payoff of shimmers. You can use matte eyeshadows as well, but I would just feel like to use shimmers today. You can use any colors, any combination. For making my eyeshadows more flawless, I'm just taking the same eyeshadow that I took in the last and blending out with the fluffier brush. For that extra pop of glitter, I'm using a lighter champagne shade of glitter on the center of my eyes. It will just open up my eyes more. After done with my eyeshadows, I just make a liner with the eyeshadow. I just use the brown color eyeshadow and making a liner with the angled brush. You can see this eye look is so easy to create, anyone can create, and it only took me I think 5 minutes to do it. And it's so easy when you are in hurry. For the inner corner, I'm also using the same shimmer that I just put on the middle of my eyes. I'm using the same shade of shimmer on the eyebrows as well to highlight it. So now we are done with the eye makeup. I think this is sufficient for the day look. If you are going with the night look, you can go with even darker colors. For the foundation, I'm using the Milani 2-in-1 foundation. This foundation is a little bit lighter in shade than my actual skin tone, so I'm using a darker concealer a tad bit so that it matches my skin tone. You can see when I just miss, yeah, it changes the color, and after doing that it matches me so well. For applying foundation, I like to do it with my fingers first so that it just melts off on your skin with the warmth, and then go off on with the foundation brush on top of it. This foundation is really nice. It covers a lot of your hyperpigmentation and dark spots. You don't need to care about the concealing on the dark spots. You can see. For the foundation, I like to go in sections so that every corner of my face gets the same amount of coverage. I personally like to do my foundation with the brush. I think this gives you a more foundation usage without wasting it. And for the nose, I'm just dabbing a foundation with the fingers first, then going on with the foundation brush. And wherever I need more coverage, I'm just spot concealing with the foundation. For the flawless base, blending is the key, so you have to just keep blending until it's done. For the concealer, I'm using the elf cosmetic concealer in shade medium peach. This is a closer match to my skin tone, so I like to do on my under eyes and around my mouth where I have a little bit of discoloration, and blending it off with the brush. This brush set I bought it I think before 2 years. No, yeah, 2 years ago, and these are still works like new brushes. I'm a fan of Morphe brushes. It's so good. Everyone can do a makeup, but the main difference is just the application. How do I apply concealer, powders, and whatever makeup is it? For setting up the concealer, I just go on with the brush first and then go on with the powder puff. That way your concealer doesn't look cakey. I also set the my face with the same powder that I use for setting my under eyes with the fluffier brush. I'm not using any of the liquid bronzer or liquid blush for today, so I'm just directly going on with the powder bronzer from Natasha Denona. This bronzer is so pigmented, you have to be very careful. It's just one tap and boom, there is a lot of pigment. Blending is the key, I think, for makeup. Blending is the key. It should not be over blend or it should not be under blend. For the nose contour, I'm using the same bronzer with the angled brush. After doing my bronzer, I'm using my powder puff to set my under eyes as well. You can see a more brightness is coming on the center of the face. This step is really important if you want your makeup to last long. For the blush, I use the lighter shade of orange from the eyeshadow palette itself. I didn't have the orange shade of blush, so I used this thing. You can also do the same thing if you want to match your eyeshadows and blush together, and you don't have to buy a lot of things like separate blush to match your eyeshadows. This will give you a very monochromatic look, matching eyeshadows and your blush. After doing my blush, I'm just doing my eyes. For the eyes, I'm using today the brown eyeliner from Essence. This is also really affordable. I'm just running in the waterline, as you can see, and now I will blend it with the small brush. Always blend your eyeliner first before applying your eyeshadows. This will give you a really seamless finish to your eye look. now I'm going to blend my kajal with the flat brush. You just have to swipe back and forth and blend it. Don't use bigger fluffy brush for blending. This will make a mess. Now I'm setting my kajal with the same eyeshadow that I use on my eyelids, so that this kajal will stay forever. Now blending this all together with the face powder that I use to set my under eyes. This will give you a really nice and smoky effect. For the lips, I'm using orange shade of lipstick today. This will give you a really fall makeup vibes. For the lip liner, I'm using the same eyeliner pencil that I use for the waterline. For most of the products, I use a lot for the different things, like I use eye pencils for as an lip liner, as a brow pencil as well, and also I use eyeshadow as a blush as well, as you already seen. Now I'm going to blend my lipstick with the fingers. You can see it gives you really monochromatic look and giving you the fall vibes. For making it transfer proof, I am using the same eyeshadow that I use for the eyes to make it set, and for the precision of the lips, I'm just cleaning up with the concealer on flat brush. This will make a huge difference if you are doing this step. I just finished off my eyes makeup with this mascara. This mascara is my current go-to favorite. My eyelashes has never looked like this. It's literally the false eyelashes. This mascara is having two in one thing, like one side is for volume and one side is for curling and lengthening. I use the both sides. You can see the difference on both eyes, right? First I went with the lengthening mascara side and then going on top of it with the thickening one. You can see the difference in both eyes. This one is looking really nice. For the highlighter, I'm using the duo from Natasha Denona, and I used this for the first time and I fell in love with this. It looks so natural on it. I'm not a highlighter person, so I generally skip all of the highlighters and shinier thing, but from now I think I will wear the highlighters. I think today my voice is so low because my baby is sleeping in the next room, so I can't speak a lot in the upper voice, so just bear it with me. For the eyebrows, I'm using a mascara from Physicians Formula. I like to do this thing because it gives you really bushier look. So this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoy the video and like my makeup look. If you guys new here, please subscribe my channel and see you guys in the next video. Bye, take care.